Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Lego Lord of the Rings Balrog raised eyebrows for what some fans say is an unfortunate pose. I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. It's taking a piss on Gandalf.
You shall not!
Pee!
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
I think I've died and gone straight to honker heaven. Boobs are amazing.
Amazing. Hail and howdy, everybody. Welcome back to the Daily Dive, the Double D's, where you're on a scooter and I'm in a little red wagon and you're just pulling me along and I have to go where you take me. Except for a couple segments. I hope I have a fun show for you guys today. I have gathered stuff. I have some comments to make. And you guys almost got treated to something meme worthy. You almost got treated to it. I forgot to charge my razor because I use an electric razor because I got moles on my face. So I can't use a straight edge. Otherwise, I'd cause massive damage to myself. So I forgot to charge my razor. And I realized it as I got started. And ran out of juice just about. You almost had like this partial hair going on here. So you almost got treated to something. I barely got it done. Just so much. I mean, there's a couple maybe strands here or there. It ain't quite fine, but at this resolution and this distance, you're not going to see it too much. You do realize that was a sled. The goddess, right? Rosebud was a sled. Actually, technically, it was a woman's ass. But that's a story for another time. Anyway, so I hope everybody's ready. It's Thursday. We're almost done with the week, but that doesn't mean that my woes end because today I have a segment. I have two. I got three segments. I got something I want to make a comment on that I found last night that I find fascinating that no one is really realizing how dangerous it is. They're making comments without making the right comments. Two, I got a couple more games. Came out of Gamescom I want to look at. We're going to watch a couple trailers, look at them things. These are more in the RPG realm. Also, because, it's the stuff that people aren't paying attention to. So I'm, of course, going to pay attention to because it's what I'm interested in. And it is my show. Damn it. I can have a segment to myself if I want to. Then, of course, Kel had me watch Requiem for a Dream. And it was the movie I thought it was. It was the movie I thought it was. So I will be doing a live review of Requiem for a Dream starring Jared Leto, Marlon Wayans, Ellen Bernstein, and Jennifer Connelly with a couple of interesting cameos along the way. And that was a bad movie. It was a bad movie, gal. It's a bad movie. It's not a good movie. And the ending is here's the thing. It's a predictable movie. Of course I knew where it was going, but you could see it's going to go that way. Anyway, so we got that. And of course we got the regular stuff. Because of course the rules don't really change around here. $5 to order an Adam rant on just about anything within the realm of reason. $10 to rent me to play a video game for 30 minutes. I'm locked into Party Animals forever. $10 also to ask me a question. Adam, how do you feel about this? Adam, how do you feel about that? What do you think of this? This could be serious, could be silly. We've done it both ways. And it has worked out quite well. $15 to have me do an instant hot take on an article that we may come across or one you may be sitting on. Either one works. $20 when you watch a video. And of course, as today's efforts will be shown, $30 to have me watch an episode of television or a movie, and I will review it live in what we call Chat Made Me Watch This reviews. I still have to cut out to upload the War of the Worlds 2025 one. I generally upload those on the weekends since I don't really post or make videos on the weekends. So I'll upload that. I'll probably upload this one over on Saturday, stuff like that. Anyway, so hope everybody's doing all right. Hope everyone's doing all right. It is Thursday, as I said. Ooh, all right. How do I want to start this? You guys are rolling in. I want you guys to enjoy every little second of what I have to say. So I'll still start with this. Let's start with this right here. Okay. So superhero movies, they are on the way out. Whether it's superhero fatigue, whether it's actor fatigue, this and that, they are on the way out. People are not excited anymore. And that is leading to desperation by the studios, namely, we'll just say, I don't know, Disney, Marvel, the MCU, Kevin Feige, everybody over there, they know they are reaching the end of the line, and the end of the line is into basically a bottomless pit. They're going to leap off, and they're never going to come back. Well, I'm not sure superhero movies won't come back, but it's never going to be the same as it was in 2008 when Iron Man kicked off the MCU. So here we are at the end of this long, arduous, now very agenda-packed road. And we've gotten through this summer. Marvel's basically done for the year. They got one TV show left, Wonder Man, that nobody gives two silly shits about. And that means next year we're lining up for, Vision Quest. And eventually we got Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is more of a Sony thing, but it's still MCU. But we're not here to talk about those. We are here to talk about the upcoming disaster that will be Avengers Doomsday. Now, we have commented on Doomsday over and over again. It's something that keeps coming back around. But a lot of the times it's just rumor, conjecture, this and that. But no, now I have something today that I want to bring up. I have something today that to me shows a distinct problem with what this movie represents in terms of quality, in terms of storytelling, and in terms of overall production value. What am I talking about? Well, Alan Cumming did an interview with People magazine last week. And a few bits and pieces came out here. It's like, okay, we're mostly going to ignore this. But then one line has emerged from this that to me is massively troubling in terms of the quality of this movie. Specifically speaking to when he says right here, I did the entire film in isolation. Lots of green screen, face replacement. They even gave characters fake names. I don't know who I was acting with half the time. Try again. There we go. Good whistle. Alan Cumming is, of course, returning as Nightcrawler. He is now 60 years old. It has been a good couple decades since he was in the Fox X-Men films. And this is the desperation. First of all, pulling on the nostalgia threads of the Fox X-Men films, which I'm going to, as I've said before, they're not as great as you remember. They're not that great. They never were that great. You're just thinking of better times. I've said that before. I'm saying it again, and I'm going to stand by that statement. But what you got here, look at what he says here. Let's look at it again, and you'll understand where I'm coming from in a moment if you already haven't gotten there ahead of me. I did the entire film in isolation. Now, he said he had to fit this in while shooting another movie. Okay, fine. But still, the entire film in isolation. Lots of green screen. We expect lots of green screen. Face replacement. Gave characters fake names. Let me ask you this question, Alan Cumming, and anybody coming to the defense, because I've seen people going, this has got to be peak, all that kind of crap that you see from these morons out there. How can you give a powerful performance for whatever length of time you're in this if you don't even know what the story is and who you were acting with. Just let that sink in for a moment. He goes in, he does his scenes. He doesn't know who characters are. He doesn't know who he was acting with. He has to have read whatever his script was and know whatever his role in the movie is. But he doesn't know what the movie is. He doesn't know what's going on. Excuse me, but shouldn't you have some understanding of the film to be able to immerse yourself in the character and the events to give an authentic performance? This statement here tells me this movie, Avengers Doomsday, is a slapdash, duct tape, spit, and snot held together production. We've known for weeks that they didn't have the story finished when they were still bringing in people to film stuff. Rebecca Romijn came out and said, I'm done. I might have to come back for reshoots because I have no idea what was going on. Hell, there's even a rumor out there right now that there was a clash on set between a couple of actors, and it's going to add more to the planned reshoots. Now, it's a rumor, but planned reshoots. What kind of production ideas, production, for lack of a better term, ideology, production thought process do you have when you're planning for reshoots? Shouldn't you want to go in there and make the movie on the budget you've been provided so you don't have to go back and cost the studio more? This movie is going to be a Frankenstein disaster. So remember this. Based upon what he says, what Rebecca Romijn says, what other people have said, when you watch this movie, remember, movies are shot out of sequence. Scenes are shot not in set. This is something I didn't know when I was a child and I had to learn when I was an adult. Movies are shot not based on chronological order of the movie. They're shot based upon scenes or location and stuff like that. So when you watch this movie, yes, most movies are, of course, edited together to make the movie. But this one really will be a movie that had no direction, had no purpose. It didn't know where it was going. You'll watch all these scenes and they didn't know where it was going. They didn't know what the end was going to be, even though it's really hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that it's going to Secret Wars, which would be the crap version from about 15 years ago, which was God Doom and Doom World, where it was the mash together of the multiverse. That's where you're going. Pretty easy to write that ending. Pretty easy. God Doom. Multiverse. Smush. Now I'm God Doom in control. And now the heroes have to either break from their mind control or some that didn't get mind controlled and have to try and scramble that together and restore everything to the way it was. That's kind of an easy ending, but no, they didn't even have that ending in mind, knowing where these stupid movies are going. So let's understand. This is why nobody has the time of day or even effort to be excited for this garbage anymore. Because that's what it is. Unexciting garbage. People are exhausted. Fantastic Four is a fantastic flop because nobody cares anymore. And it's not superhero exhaustion. It's lack of interest because these things aren't exciting. They're not fun. And they're not telling stories people want to hear. Remember, Doomsday is now what? What is it? There's been no buildup for Dr. Doom. They're banking on nostalgia and excitement that, Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Dr. Doom. Yeah, we all love Robert Downey Jr., the MCU. That's what they're banking on. And now that's not going to float the boat. That's not going to get you to the finish line. This movie, I've said it before, is going to cost probably in the realm of $600 million when all is said and done. And we're going to get receipts because they're filming in England. It's the law. Now, maybe I'm shooting a little high saying $600 million, but this movie will cost a minimum of $300 to $400 million, probably more with reshoots, which means they're going to need and the marketing campaign, you're going to see a marketing campaign unlike anything you've seen before. You thought the Superman propaganda campaign was big. Oh, here, hold my freaking beer. This is going to be a marketing campaign that will make you go, oh, wow, I can't take it anymore. You're going to cover your eyes. It's going to be so bad. So when it comes down to this movie with production and marketing, it's going to cost likely between $700 and $900 million. Okay? Which means a $2 billion break even, and they are not going to get that. It is not going to happen because, newsflash, nobody cares about the MCU anymore. This year has proven it without a shadow of a lingering doubt. Nobody cares about the MCU. They're done. They're bored. They're ready to move on. Of course, I want this to happen. Bring it on. Burn it down faster. Let it, like that match, I will sit back, relax, and watch it, and I will be happy that it ends in this way. Okay, I'm done. There we go. All right, I got that out of my system. That bugged me seeing that. Kratos for $10. Discuss. Endeavor, Elastin, Chumvi, Scoover, Din Hair. What did I just say? What? Kratos, I know sometimes you try to trick me. What did I just say? Did I just summon a demon? Have I just said words that are going to summon a demon? Is that what's going to happen? Am I going to have? Are you guys about to be witness to me fighting for my soul again? You're gonna be. Problem is, it's a super chat. I have to freaking sound it out. You're gonna get me on this one. I don't. I'm trying to sound it out. I'm the king of sounding things out. You remember the stories. Endeavor lasting. Is that saying comes? Okay, I think I'm seeing it. Comes. Okay, all right. I see part of it. I see comes covered in hair. I see part of it. I see something disgusting in there right now. Oh no. It's from a Disney movie song. It doesn't sound like a Disney movie song I remember. What? It's not a Disney movie song I remember. I mean, I can't escape saying this. It looks like I see. Oh, I see the inch. And I see by saying endeavor, but I'm saying endeavor because that's an actual word. End everlasting, endeavor lasting. I can see endeavor lasting. Shove me, cover me, covered in hair. It's the middle part here that's holding me up. Inch everlast, and every last inch of me is covered in hair. I'm not good at this type of game. Yay, Kel. And okay, so what am I discussing with that? So every last inch of me is covered in hair. Well, that's not wrong. I mean, I am a hairy man. There's a clip for you. I am a hairy man. Beauty and the Beast? Really? That's all. I can picture Kratos just sitting there laughing his ass off right now because of this right here. So Kel wins the cookie because yeah. Okay. All right. You got your entertainment out of that one. Yeah. See, here's the problem. I'm on high alert every time. It's like, all right, am I going to be saying something gay? Is that what's going to happen? Because I feel like I'm going to be saying something gay if I keep going with that. All right. So there we go. What were you guys saying while I was doing my segment there? I mean, yeah, you're right, Kratos. They have no plan. It's going to be dumb. And yeah, here's the problem. I want to be checked out, but because the job is to be checked in, I have to remain checked in. I can't just pretend it's not happening. Especially with the news going on these days. People want to hear you. People want to hear us break down this stuff. So, all right. So let's dive into the news. And then we'll go to my segments because I still have 2 more segments here. We're going to check out a couple of games that caught my eye that came out of Gamescom that I get excited for. But first, of course, let's check out the news. What do we got going on here today? Okay. On Variety, Netflix is actually, let's do a refresh real quick. Let's do a refresh and make sure everything is up to date. Yep, see you go. How to watch 2025 NFL preseason games live online. I don't watch the sports ball anymore. It's been a long time since I watched football. I'm just completely out. Last time I watched is when the Giants last won the Super Bowl, and now I said, you know what? I'm good. I saw the Giants win. I can now. So I'm win. It's multiple times. I can do that. Always on the verge of saying something gay. Well, I'm surrounded by all you figs. So what can I do? I think I got something in my glasses here. No, it's a smudge. Hold on. Yeah, it's a smudge. Hold on 1 second here. I hate to do the stream, and there's a smudge right in my eye line. It drives me crazy. Okay, so yeah, I don't watch sports anymore. When the Giants last won the Super Bowl, that was great for me. It was a great point to say, you know what? I'm done. I've had my fun. I have now watched my football team win now many championships in my lifetime. I'm good. And I'm glad I checked out. I'm okay. I don't need it anymore. Because I don't miss sports depression when my favorite teams lose. I don't miss that at all. The Comeback Season 3 cast Tim Bagley, Matt Cook, Jack O'Brien, and Ella Stiller. I don't even know what that is. Ex-Mastodon guitarist Brent Hintz killed in motorcycle accident. Oh. Prayers for his family. Last of Us editor is on why the Battle of Jackson sequence was trimmed from 17 to 11 minutes. I didn't watch it. I don't care. It's all dog shit. Sly Lives. Filmmakers say Sly Stone watched their documentary all the time. Okay. Gossip Girl. They're rebooting Gossip Girl. Oh, I've never watched it, but I know of it. Critical Role's Campaign 4 revealed Brennan Lee Mulligan's New World Aramain, mixed game system, and Westward Stress. Yeah, Critical Role, everything that's wrong with tabletop gaming today. They represent everything that's wrong with tabletop gaming. Everything. I don't care about that guy. A Man on the Inside Season 2 sets Netflix release date, drops first look photos and plot details. Never even heard of Season 1. I need to be educated. Love Island USA Season 7 reunion trailer. Ace and Jeremiah face off. Huda confronted about bullying comments and more. All I know is that one time I think Dre said his wife watched that and she made him watch it and it hurt his brain. I think that's all I know about that show. I think that's it. That is it. PFL World Tournament 2025. I don't even know what that is. That looks like an octagon. Looks like Ultimate Fighting. Okay. Netflix's newest bid to get you to binge. Watch list based on your astrological sign. Oh, fuck right off with that shit. Fuck right off with that shit. I'm a Capricorn. I'm not going to do something because my astrological sign tells me to do something. I don't know who that is. For singing, variety, top 10, variety's 10 storytellers to watch, talk, craft, Hollywood adaptations, and more at Filmland panel. So probably a bunch of queerdos and DEI hires who haven't earned a single damn thing, who probably don't deserve their jobs, and probably terrible at them too. I'll suck. YouTube podcast eligibility might be on the way to save the Emmys ever-shrinking talk category. I did see a news headline that YouTube in this past quarter was the most watched television out of everybody. YouTube is king, which is why you should be watching me right now. You'll watch right now. I go TV. Netflix doesn't know my birthday because I don't have a Netflix subscription. Yeah, exactly. Kel, you are right there. It normified tabletop, and it also, because you normified it, you also open the door to agenda and morons. Listen, tabletop ain't for everybody. Dude, you're right there. You're right there with me. That's why Critical Role is crap. Wannabe, Greatest Illusion win. I don't, whatever. Millie Bobby Brown reveals she adopted a sweet baby girl with husband Jake Bon Jovi. And then there were 3. Hey, you know what? Nothing wrong with adoption. Nothing wrong with adoption. Some people want to share their love. They can't have kids or want to bring kids into their family. That's great. All kids need a good home. All kid needs a good, safe home. And these are 2 wealthy people. So I'm sure that child will not want for anything. I just hope they're good people. I don't know. I just hope that Millie Bobby Brown is not an insane person, and neither is her husband. So all kids deserve a home. All kids deserve a home. John Legend signs with UTA in all areas. John Legend and his insane wife. These are crazy people. Crazy people. Little League World Series. I've never understood watching Little League World Series. Never understood that. Happy Gilmore 2 breaks Nielsen's streaming record with 2.9 billion viewing minutes in opening weekend. People had fun with it. It's kind of already dropped off, but people had fun with it when it came out. Arco trailer, Will Ferrell, Natalie Portman, America Ferrera, and more voice Neon's animated feature. If that's the animation style you're going with, count me out. Also because I hate most of the people that are part of this cast. I hate them all. And that animation looks like complete dog shit. The Monster of Florence trailer, Stefano Solima's Venice Marine. That looks like a man in a dress. That looks like a man in a dress. So I'm already out. Let's keep going. Disney Fox hope new sports services boost streamings, but don't hurt cable. Well, you're asking $30. Disney's asking $30 for ESPN. I don't know what Fox is what they're asking for their streaming sports, but we know Disney is asking $30 for the ESPN streaming app. Disney's Boy Trouble. Studio seeks original IP to win back Gen Z men amid Marvel Lucasfilm struggles. Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second here. I thought that everything was great with Marvel and Lucasfilm. Haven't Variety and everybody else been telling us for years that everything was great? Every single goddamn fucking stan on X Twitter, every time a Disney fucking Lucasfilm Star Wars piece of shit rolls out, it's, oh, wow, we're so back. It's great. Andor was the greatest thing in the world. If Andor was so fucking great, if Andor broke down every goddamn viewing cable amusement door out there for people to go watch, then how come they're struggling? How come they need to bring back men? I thought Star Wars was the brand for boys. No, you made it for queerdos and girls. You fucked it up. The most powerful IP in the world for 30 fucking years. And you ruined it. You ruined it for the sake of goddamn agenda. So this just flies in the face of all the bullshit they've been telling us for years. I am this. It just shows you me and every other person who's been covering this stuff for all these years. We were right. Every time we said something was struggling, every time we said, here's why it didn't make any money, every time we said you've lost your actual fan base trading in for a stand base who licks windows and drools all over themselves because they're used to because their jaws are dislocated from sucking Disney's dick so hard. Every time we said it was bad, and they go, no, it's great. We all watch this show. Andor. Every time we said it was bad, and they said it was good, and we were called liars and incels and every other goddamn word under the bus. Every time we said that, we were right. They were wrong, because here comes Variety, one of the chief goddamn shills, to tell you it's struggling, that Disney's trying to get a hold of the young male audience again, even though they had two massive IPs that should have retained a male audience every goddamn time. I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this article. And every time one of these morons comes around, every time I review the next Disney Star Wars piece of dreck, every time I shittle over it, and they tell me, oh, it's doing great, you're just a loser, you just hate things, you're just rage baiting, clickbaiting, I'm going to roll out this article and have it shown that they admitted, everybody admitted in broad fucking daylight, that Disney Star Wars struggles because they don't have an audience. God damn. Oh, man, it feels good to be proven right. Jeez. You got a free one there, guys. That's a free rant right there. Now I'm all, I need a drink after that one. I got to calm down now. That got the humors bubbling. That got the fury circling. Do I have my Woosaw clip? I need my Woosaw clip. Where's my Woosaw clip? Do I still have my Woosaw clip on here? Here, no. I don't think I have my Woosaw clip on here anymore. I need to Woosaw. I don't think I have the Woosaw clip in here. No, I don't. But we'll play this one instead.
Well, you know what I say? They fuck you in the hospital. First they drug you, then they fuck you. And when they're done fucking you, along comes the insurance company and fucks you some more. $10 for a fucking ass.
Okay, I just needed that 10 seconds to catch my breath. Whew. All right, we're good. We're okay. All right. Okay, let's keep going. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. I don't care about Gus Van Sant doing shit. Don't care. Don't care. We're just Raid Shadow Legends launches in-game crossover with the Turtles. Did anybody actually play those games? Did anybody actually play Raid Shadow Legends? Does anybody actually play these games? I don't know. I don't care about the Pit Season 1. Why am I going to care about the Pit Season 2? Requiem for Selena. Oh, we already got pretty Requiems here today. We don't need any more Requiems. Good Lord, we got enough Requiems today. I'm telling you. Stop. Anything else? Anything interesting? It moved on us. What the hell? We went forward one. He just jumped me back. Okay, we're done here. Moving on. Oh, hi, Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney says mainly girls criticize her for bathwater soap, which was really interesting. They all love the idea of Jacob Elordi's bathwater. I don't know what that's about. Now, listen. I ain't buying Sydney Sweeney's bath soap. I'd like to be in the bath with Sydney Sweeney. I don't want her bath soap or bath water. I want to be in the bath water with her. Okay? That's what I want. Water's gonna be all over the bathroom when we're done. It's gonna be everywhere. I'm gonna have to go in there and clean the bathroom when we're done. I have to go come in bleach bottle and rag in hand. Just have to do it. I clean my bathroom. Well, I clean it. Somebody else that goes there and cleans it again. They don't like the way I clean it, but I clean my bathroom. Hair gets everywhere, man. All right, let's go to IGN. Yes, there really are just 7 playable characters in Lego Batman Legacy Dark Knight, and it's dividing fan opinion. I have, as I said yesterday, I have zero opinion on anything related to the new Lego Batman game because I'm just not into Lego games, and I'm not interested in this at all. I know there's another thing going on. Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2 has 2 clans locked. We talked about that yesterday. You're a day behind, IGN. GameStop will be combating PS5 price increases with $50 trade-in bonus for select consoles. That's GameStop trying to be relevant in this now marketing disaster for the PS, for Sony raising price. But we talked about that yesterday. It's not just current day. This price increase is a buildup of the past 5 years. There's a lots into that, not just recent stuff. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection full game list revealed. If you're into it, I'm out of MK a long time ago. Yes, we have Kratos. Actually, that was the very first Internet Story video I ever watched, courtesy of Ariel. Ariel made us watch that on Mellow Mondays like a year ago. So yeah, I have seen Brad's Wife. That was the first one I ever saw. Team Cherry says it has plans for more Silksong content for months and years to come. I still don't understand the obsession with this game. I still don't get it. From what I've seen, I don't get the obsession. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory Lego set announced. Now, that looks like OG Willy Wonka. That looks like Gene Wilder Willy Wonka, which I think would sell. That's going to appeal to actual Willy Wonka fans. Because that's Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka, which people adore. Hollow Knight sequel finally gets release date. Again, don't know that. We talked about this already. New Mega Pokemon announced for Legends Z to A. They announced more. I leave that to the Pokemon guys. Leave it up to the Pokemon guys. Forza Horizon 6 location. Don't care about racing games. Black Widow star Riley Winston got. Oh, we talked about that yesterday. Blah blah blah. This guy's going to be in the Spider-Man movie. I saw people saying that this guy. People are assuming he's going to be a traditionally black role. I saw some jackass go out there and say, "Hey, what if he's going to be Norman Osborn?" And I resisted every fiber in my body to reply to that post. I resisted. Norman Osborn is white. He's not black. All right, they were into yesterday now. Let's move on. Park Place, anything? Already gave you my rant over this one. Lego Batman, blah, blah, blah. Disney turns the Muppets into a Broadway rental after shutting down Jim Henson Masterpiece. Is Wicked coming to Universal? Is there anything here? I don't know. The thing about Park Place is that they're like a day behind now, usually. They're days behind on news. Anyway, that's the news. I'm sticking to it. All right, let's get my pain out of the way first. I watched a movie last night. It was called, well, let me set this up properly here now. Let me find it. Where did it go? Is that it? No, that's not it. Here we go. Let me blow my nose, and then we'll get started on this. All right. Nasal passages are clear. Previous rage is in its place. And now it's time for Chat Made Me Watch This Reviews, courtesy of Kel. I had to watch Requiem for a Dream. I had wondered, is this movie I heard about where at the very end, Jennifer Connelly does a thing? And yes, this was that movie. I had heard about it. And, oh, man. Okay, here's the thing. Quick rundown. Yes. All right, so essentially, this takes place in the 80s. This is very much a movie, a period piece set in the 80s. Essentially, the life and times of some drunkies druggies, some junkie druggies who get it in their head that they're going to be big time drug dealers, and the fallout in their immediate lives of trying to do so. Got starring Jared Leto, Marlon Wayans, Ellen Bernstein, and Jennifer Connelly. And with a cameo that I'm going to save for the part that surprised the hell out of me. A couple cameos that did surprise the hell out of me. So essentially, Jared Leto and Marlon Wayans are a couple of junkies, one more so than the other, who are at first just getting by. Apparently, this movie opens where Jared Leto steals his mother's TV regularly to sell it to a pawn shop to get money so that him and Marlon Wayans can get high. And then Ellen Bernstein will always go back and get the TV and bring it back. And what this is, it's a fucked up, very sad and depressing movie. Because sometimes in these movies where you get your aspiring drug kingpin heroes, you kind of are lulled into rooting for them. You know, you're kind of, oh man, I want to, even though they're horrible people and they're criminals, I'm rooting for them to succeed here. Come on, get your dream, this and that. You don't root for these people. These are terrible, disgusting, depraved people who would happily, who literally shoot away everything into their arm. Meth? That was meth? I thought it was first it was cocaine, and then it was heroin. Because he was shooting heroin into his arm in the end. I swear to God, oh God, just thinking about that scene, it's nasty. Anyway, so what you have is there's four plots to this movie. There's the combined plot of them wanting to be drug kingpins. Then there's Ellen Bernstein's plot, the mom, who is, well, that's just speed. That wasn't meth. That was just regular old speed. Back in the day, that was speed. I don't think that was meth. It was just speed. Meth wasn't made yet in the 80s. They didn't have meth. Wasn't the meth you know it is today yet. Anyway, so you have the main characters are wanting to build their little mini drug empire. They think they're so smart. Then you've got Ellen Bernstein, who's just alone with her life. But then she gets a phone call that says she's going to be on she's been selected to be on a game show. And to her, that's like the pinnacle of her existence in her lonely, sad life. There's actually one really good scene in this movie. It's a really good scene. So what happens is her storyline is she wants to lose 50 pounds to fit into her special red dress, the last dress she wore before her husband died with him at Jared Leto's high school graduation. But she's so fat she can't fit into it. So she tries to do a diet, which isn't working, going too slow. So one of her stupid girlfriends in the building tells her a story about her niece who took diet pills. And so now she goes to the doctor. She goes to a sketchy-ass doctor. She gets some speed. And she basically gets high. And she loses the weight because she's a druggie now. And at one point where it takes place over a summer, fall, winter. And in the summers, when they got their idea to be drug lords and they started buying a little bit and selling and making money. And Jared Leto, who apparently does love his mom, buys her a new TV or says he's going to buy her a TV, goes to visit her. And she's talking to him and they're having a conversation. The only really good scene in the movie, well, there's two good scenes. The other one is the surprise cameo, which is just so sketchy. It's awesome. Where she gives this monologue about how alone she is now that her husband is dead and that he's not in the home anymore. And that is heart-wrenching right there, because that is a truth right there. And there, I think right there in that moment, there's a kernel of what this movie could have been if it had had good direction, good acting, and good production value, because the direction is, of course, they try to be fancy with a lot of different camera tricks and it's terrible. It's just abominable. Anyway, but she gives a speech how I'm alone. And you're barely here anymore. Your father's gone. But now, because I'm going to be on this TV show, I'm the most popular old lady in the building. Everybody wants to talk to me. And then I'm going to be on TV with my red hair in my red dress, and everybody's going to know about me, and I'll be able to tell stories about you and your father's world. Everybody's going to be so excited, and I'm going to be somebody because I'm alone. And there's the thing. I mean, that's the core of this movie, loneliness. All these people are alone for one reason or another, even when they're around people. So there was a core good idea in this movie, but it's just executed so poorly with these horrible characters that you feel nothing for. Because as expected, these people who want to get there, who want to become drug kingpins, and of course, then you got Jennifer Connelly, who's the girlfriend of Jared Leto, and she wants to be a fashion designer, but she's also a druggie, just like all of them are druggies. And here's the thing. You learn this rule. If you ever watch New Jack City with Wesley Snipes and Ice-T, never sample your own product. Don't sample your product. The only way you're going to be a good drug kingpin is if you're not getting high, bitch. Don't get high on your product. But all these dumbasses keep getting high on their own product. So what happens is they keep making dumb decisions. And then, of course, they get caught up in the 80s drug wars that are going on amidst the gangs. Right as Marlon Wayans' character is about to get bumped up to the next level with the gang he's working with, a drug war starts, and they all get killed. And he barely escapes with his life. And after that, it all dries up. The drugs dry up. The suppliers from Florida ain't bringing in the stuff anymore. So what happens is they're getting strung out. They're getting strung out. So everybody in this movie is getting strung out. So you got Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly, and Marlon Wayans. They're strung out. You got poor Ellen Bernstein, who is now getting used to the amount of speed she's getting. So she starts mixing her pills because she says she takes multiple pills in the day, 3 uppers and 1 downer. And she starts mixing them. So she literally destroys her brain chemistry. And she loses her mind. She thinks the refrigerator's trying to eat her or some shit like that. And the horrible doctor she goes through just gives her a Valium and stuff like that, keeps giving her pills. So she loses her mind at one point. She's literally a strung out old lady on the subway. She gets picked up and put into an insane asylum. It's the 80s. Insane asylums were still there. So she gets shoved into an insane asylum, and they treat her horribly there. They try different drugs to get her straight, and eventually she goes through electroshock therapy, which fries her brain. Anyway, so that's eventually her story, because her son left her alone because he's strung out. Him and Marlon Wayans are trying to find money, trying to find more drugs and more money, and eventually, predictably, they're going to whore out Jennifer Connelly. Now, we had gotten a shot earlier in the movie where she had a sugar daddy that she sort of played around with to get some money here and there, something to do with like therapy or something like that. And it had been a long time, but now they're so desperate for money. They're also desperate to get their next fix that they need his money to get to buy into the next shipment coming up. So she goes and whores herself out because Jared Leto makes her do it because he's strung out too. And they still can't get any drugs because then there's a whole fiasco with the drug buying going on there. Some other junkie brings a gun and the dudes from Florida leave. So what happens is he comes back without the drugs, and she flips out on him and tells him, "You're a loser." And he says, "You know what? Fine. Here, we're going to pay off for something else that happened early in the movie. There's this one guy who's got plenty of drugs, but he won't sell it. He won't sell it. He'll only give it for the pussy. He only wants it for the pussy." So in a fit of rage, Jared Leto says, here's the number of the guy. You want your drugs so bad, Jennifer Connelly? Go get your drugs. Go sell your ass to that dude. And she goes to it. And here's the best mode movie. Opens up. It's Keith fucking David going, yeah, come on in. It's like Keith David, what are you doing in this movie? What is Keith David doing in this movie? As this guy who clearly is not a drug addict, he's a powerful man who bought a lot of drugs and used to get the pussy in the ass. And he gives us this whole speech about how only white girls suck the D really well, and how black chicks don't suck the D really well. And he makes Jennifer Connelly go down on him. It's insane. It's insane. And then when they're done, he says, listen, Marion, because her name's Marion, call me Little John. So I'm Little John. And no, not his voice. Yeah, his voice in there because he's in the movie. He's in the movie. You see Keith David's man ass in the movie, Kratos. You get a shot of Keith David's man ass in this movie. All right? That's what you get. And he says to her, listen, you got a fine white girl ass. Well, I got this thing. You're perfect for it. Come on by. Got a lot of gentlemen. You can make a lot of money. And and she doesn't want to do it at first, but then Jared Leto freaks out when she comes back because he gets the money and he comes back with the drugs. So then she's going to, oh, he's already gone. I'm sorry. He's gone. Sorry. He's already gone because him and Marlon Wayans decided to go to Florida. They decided, hey, we're going to be kingpins. Let's go to Florida where the actual drugs are coming from and buy it straight from the horse's mouth. Problem is, Jared Leto is such a junkie at this point. He's been injecting into the same part on his arm that it's just infected. It's like an open sore wound, and he keeps injecting the shit in there. You see it? It's disgusting. And him and Jared Leto, him and Marlon Wayans get to, like, I think North Carolina. I think they get as far as North Carolina because they run full into 80s white racisms when he takes Jared Leto to the doctor because he's dying from basically an infection in his arm, necrosis, and they get thrown in jail, and they all kinds of gamer words get tossed around while they're in jail, and Jared Leto gets his arm cut off. There's this whole sequence now. The final 15 minutes of the movie is this horrible compilation of cuts back and forth of everybody suffering. You've got Jared Leto crying because he's like, I want Marion, but he's getting his arm cut off. You got Marlon Wayans going through detox in prison, vomiting into the mashed potatoes he's mixing. You got Ellen Bernstein getting shock therapy. And Jennifer Connelly's Marion had talked to Jared Leto before he went to prison, or he was in prison before he went to the hospital to get his arm cut off, saying, can you come get me right now? If he had been there to come get her, then she would have been saved. Instead, she ends up going to Keith David's crazy sex party where she walks in there, and it's a bunch of him and a bunch of old white dudes standing around a bunch of other naked girls betting on them to do sexual things to each other. And that's where the ass to ass comes in. At one point, says one other hooker there goes, okay, what am I doing now? And they bring out this giant double-ended black dildo and says to her, ass to ass. And Jennifer Connelly is slapping ass, or maybe her body double was, I don't know, slapping ass with this other chick, and all the other guys going, yeah, and Keith David going, yeah. And it's just insane. It's madness. And they're just throwing money at these girls. They're going ass to ass on this dildo together. It's nuts. It's insane. And everybody's just literally dying. And like Ellen Bernstein's getting shock therapy, and her girlfriends who got her into the diet pills in the first place, they see her with her shaved, cut hair, and they're crying, and she's suffering permanent delusions, and Jared Leto's had his arm amputated, and Marlon Wayans is in prison in detox. And and then Jennifer Connelly is now a whore. And she's happy about it because she returns to her apartment that she trashed when she was looking for her fix. And she reaches into her pants and pulls out this giant pimp roll of money. And then she holds it close and smiles, and you realize she's now going to be basically a sexual gladiator in Keith David's old man sexual arena. And that's the end of the movie. Oh, this movie was nuts. It was insane. It's just terrible. I told you. The directing was horrible. They keep using fancy camera tricks to try and fool you that it looks like it's high art, but it's not. A lot of weird close-ups in the camera rotating and side-by-side shots. A little crossfade bullshit, too. Terrible movie. Acting is horrible. Jared Leto's terrible. Jared Leto, as we said, this whole thing happened because Kel wanted to make you watch a movie that Jared Leto was in, that he starred in, and it was terrible. It's just bad. It's just a horrible, horrible movie. that you could tell could have been a heart-wrenching movie with better writing, better acting, and better direction. There it is. Chat made me watch this reviews. Requiem for a Dream. God help me. My soul is now stained having seen this abomination. There you go, Kel. You got it. I gave it to you. There it was. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, now I wanted to get that out of the way because now I want to have a little fun. She wasn't ruined for me because I kind of removed Jennifer Connelly from my, pantheon a while ago. Because she removed her boobs and she let her eyebrows get super, super thick and big. And stopped doing it for me. That I know she's married to the dude who played Division. So once I know who they're married to, it kind of removes the fantasy aspect of it a little bit. I can't really get into it. So Jennifer Connelly wasn't there. No, it didn't ruin it for me. No. Yeah. I got to go to Temple. Get it right. I got to go to Temple. Anyway, all right. So let's have a little fun, though. Here's a couple more games that have come out of Gamescom that I want to look at here. That caught my eye today on looking through things. First one is this right here. This one interests me. Something called Cinder City. What we got here? From NCSoft. NCSoft makes good games. And developer Big Fire Games shared a trailer for Cinder City, their newly re-revealed mecha MMO shooter. Oh. Mecha MMO shooter. I'm excited. I'm intrigued. We'll watch the trailer in a second. Oh no, there's nothing else here. Oh, so we only have the trailer. Oh, I guess we're gonna watch the trailer then. All right, let's watch the trailer.
Freeze, ADF!
Get on the ground now! Drop your weapon or we'll shoot!
Drop your weapon, last warning!
You've crossed the line. Are you trying to get us all killed here?
Cinder.
3 minutes to drop. Everyone stand by.
Gameplay, okay. All right, we got gameplay. This is good. Go away. I hate that thing. All right, gameplay. Here we go. Motorcycle. I like the environment here. Here we go. These are good-looking environments. Oh! I'm probably going to get hit for this music. But we're going to keep going. Face hugged. All right. Hey, see, this is what you should do with a trailer. Pack it full of gameplay, man. This looks cool. Here we go. I'm gonna try and save myself from a copyright claim. Oh, okay. So now, all right, they're clearly gonna save the mechs for the end of the trailer because we've seen motorcycle, helicopter. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Oh, so there's mech. Dude. We're going to lower that a little more. Dude. That looks good. Oh, man. Cinder City. Holy shit. Man, I hope I have a PC powerful enough to play that when it comes out. Dude, all right, we're going to lower it again. Let's lower the volume. Let's watch this gameplay again without the audio. So let's take a look. So good standard stuff. Moving around. Looks like right here you can interact with your environment. See that dude was grappling right there. Of course, environment's interactable because of the mechs and explosive stuff like that. Probably a veritable arsenal at your selection, at your hands. That guy's got a bazooka. I like this. It's not just mechs. We've got zombie mutants. Here we go. I wonder if there'll be melee options. Probably not many melee options, but either way. Look, there you go. That's you're done. You're done. You're over. Reload. Laser sights. Interesting choice to use there. I'm fascinated by it. This. Looks really cool. Of course, this looks more like less MMO. I think they're using the wrong term. This looks more like a co-op than an MMO, is what it looks like to me. This doesn't look like necessarily an MMO. It looks like a co-op game, which I'm still down for. More stuff that we might be able to play together. I'm down for this, man. And then let's look at this. Clear this up. Let's go a little bit forward. Here's a big-ass boss battle going on now. Got mechs, fighting mechs, getting in mechs, helicopter, getting in backs of trucks, mounted weaponry. Look at that. That looks pretty good. Dude, I'm down for this. I am totally down for this. This looks badass. I like it. Okay, wait, that you're in the cockpit of a mech there. Okay, here's the mech HUD. Your HUD in the mech. The M441 Thrasher. All right. Dude, this looks cool. This looks cool. I'm totally into this. Now, of course, I don't think it says any sort of release date. All we got is a trailer. That's all we got. I thought we were going to get some other stuff here, but no, all we have is a trailer. 2026 for PC and consoles. Woo! I'm down. Yes, console. I don't have to worry about having a PC right for this. Second half 2026. So we're looking summer launch for this. Hot diggity damn. So that means if it's PC and console, it's probably cross-play, cross-platform, cross-play in there. Now, of course, if I have my druthers, if I have my druthers and I have a PC gaming rig, I would rather play a game like this on PC. I would much rather do that. But, oh, wow, dude. Oh, I am all over this game, dude. I think I found something to get excited for. See, this looks cool as shit, man. I would love nothing more. Let's gear up. Let's go into this post-apocalyptic nightmare with mechs and mutants and zombies and monsters with guns and gear. Yeah. Maybe if that's how I want to put it. That looks a little more run down than Cyberpunk 2077, though. That world looks a little more run down. But dude, this looks fun. I'm all over this. This looks very, very cool. This looks like a good time. I think we're gonna have to check this one out next year. I think we're gonna have to check this one out. Well, I mean, those mechs don't look as versatile as the Armored Core mechs, but it looks like it's like a grunge mech there. Those are like grunge mechs, grunge mechs. But I'm down for anything with a mech. I want to play. I'd love to get in a game like this with a good mech system, where you can customize your mech, build it out, and that'll be cool. I think we're gonna have to check this one out. I think we're going to have to check this one out. It looks like a lot of fun. Which one? Oh, last one I saw, Kratos, was this one. This is the last one I saw. So that's the last one I saw. Is the Darth Malgus one. We did see a dude in a mask there for a second. Let's go back a little bit. Oh, there he is. That guy right there. See if we can just go back a little second here. Yeah, it is kind of Darth Malgus-y. You're right. It is kind of Darth Malgus-y. That's kind of a little Darth Malgus-y. Listen, this looks cool. I'm actually excited for this. I want more good co-op games that we can play with the boys. And this looks like fun. And it has enough in it that I think multiple people will be interested. It has enough aspects in it to get us interested. Mechs, shooting, little dystopian stuff. It's probably crafting galore to build your mechs. So that looks cool. I'm actually excited for that. I had not watched the trailer yet. That was an instantaneous reaction to it. No, do we want to look at this one here? This is more of an RPG. You know what? I don't think we'll be so excited about this. I'll watch this one on my own. It's more JRPG stuff. It's not something I'd probably stream. Probably something more for myself. All right. That's all I got. That's all I got. Kratos, if you want to do it, we got time. If you want to do an internet historian, a long one. Oh, what's long? What's long? Oh, come on. Come on. I'm not that broken. See, this is the problem. Our minds now go to this type of thing because of cloud. Never in my life do I think that that adding the word "ussy" to anything suddenly makes it sexual. But now, thanks to cloud, we're there. Which is we have to punish him some more this week on driving. Hour 15 minutes. Hour 15. That means we'd probably be here till 3:00. And I do have to go out today. I have stuff to do. I do have to go out this afternoon, and I need to get some stuff. So why don't we do it tomorrow? Let's do it tomorrow because I got some stuff to do around the house because I do have to go out this afternoon, so I don't have to go out tomorrow. So why don't we do it tomorrow? Because I don't have anything planned for tomorrow right now. Since I did my review, I showed a game trailer. I talked about some things at the moment. I have nothing planned for tomorrow, so we could put that on the books for tomorrow. So we'll do it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. All right, with that, we'll also wrap things up then since I'm out of topics. Anyway, all right, so tomorrow we'll do an internet historian video. Tomorrow's also Friday, Ball Busters. It's the Melees this week, so you know it's going to be guaranteed chaos. Let's see. This weekend, drive-in is Aliens. And, yeah, sorry about no game last night, guys. Kel and I tried to pull together Slapdash Space Marine 2, but nobody else decided to join us or showed up or answered. So I'm like, you know what? I'm taking the night off. I'm going to try and and I did. I got a little sleep here and there. I fell asleep in my chair here at least 2 times. And then once I realized it was getting too bad, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna call it the night. I'm gonna get it. And I got some sleep. I got some more sleep actually. So maybe we'll play a game tonight. What are you talking about? Was there enough PG of the game? What are you, Legatus? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I do not understand what you're talking about here. You need to be more clear, please. I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm not averse to playing a game tonight, whether it's solo or some co-op. I'm also going to be instituting a new type of gaming stream. I'm going to start a new one. Basically, chill and chat gaming. I'm going to call it chill and chat gaming. Sort of a version of Dermy's Chatterday, except my version of it, where we're not going to talk about other topics. I'm going straight into a game. So, any part of what game? What game? I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what game. I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. I can't answer a question if I don't know what it is. Cinder City, that's all we got. That trailer is all we got. This game's not coming out till next year. This is the first trailer we've gotten. Well, they said re-release, but this is the first I've heard of it. So, furries? No. Why the hell would you ask that? There is nothing to release from that game except boring text. I showed it to you. I showed you guys the video that I recorded playing that. No, there isn't. Why would you even want that? I think we need to format Legatus' bot programming. No, there's nothing. You saw my experience. You heard it. I played it for you. I was just bored. I didn't lose my shit. No, the furry game? Wait, I mean, because no. There was nothing there. What you saw What you saw was my reaction. I told you I was bored. I showed you the video. You heard how bored I was when I was playing it. I didn't lose my shit. There's nothing to show. And I'm not putting that shit on my channel. I'm not putting that shit on my channel. Hell no. I don't want the words furry Hitler in any title in a video on my channel. No. Dude. No. All right. This is going down roads that are not nice. Not nice. Anyway, so I might stream tonight. Before I do the new one, as I was saying, I'm going to be instituting a new type of gaming stream, Chill and Chat Gaming, where I'm going to be playing a game that doesn't require a lot of intensity, usually maybe a strategy game, and I'll open it up to my Discord or Dermy's Discord or anybody's open Discord at the time. And you guys who are regular members of Chat Day, stuff like that, you can come in and we could chill and chat while I play the game. So we'll be doing some of those in the future, but I want to finish Tainted Grail first. I want to get that done. I feel like we're almost done with that. We're in the final stages of that game. So we will complete that and then move on to the next one, because I'm not even sure outside of co-op games what I would stream next. So that we're going to finish that one up. Either way, thank you, everybody, for joining me today. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you supporting me. We're trying to do things. It's been a pretty good week, actually. Something seems to have slightly shifted in the YouTube algorithm. I seem to be bringing on more subscribers, more views on some stuff. We're going to keep trying to do that. So remember, guys, best way to help out is to hit that like button, comment on videos and streams, and share the good word. Let people know we're doing great things here. We are very much trying to get the channel to the next level where it's basically able to support me in an income, and I can move out of this detestable state that I live in. I can move out. See, Legatus, got to be careful. They're going to meme you now. They're going to meme you. There you go. You got to be careful. You know what? You know what they're like. Exactly. You know exactly what they're like. Anyway. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it here. Thank you, guys. I will catch you. I'll let you guys know if we're going to do a stream later tonight. If it's going to appear, you'll know like 30 minutes or so before. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy. I'll use the old one. Have a good night or day, wherever you may be. Good night, guys.